Welcome back to SS Virtual Medicos. It's me Stephen. So today we are going to study a new topic, chronic bronchitis. So we'll be going through the definition, risk factors, pathophysiology, signs and symptoms, diagnosis, complication and treatment. So let's move on to the definition of chronic bronchitis. Chronic bronchitis means inflammation of bronchial tube in the lungs, and it is said to be chronic when it causes a productive cough, which means productive cough with sputum for at least 3 months. For at least 3 months in 2 consecutive years. So friends, just keep this in mind. This is a hallmark feature of chronic bronchitis. Next, chronic bronchitis is a type of COPD along with emphysema. These two are different in that the chronic bronchitis is defined by productive cough. Whereas emphysema is defined by structural changes, specifically enlargement of airspace. It is being said that these two coexist. The chronic bronchitis and emphysema coexist, probably because they share same risk factors, that is smoking. Smoking is the main cause of emphysema as well as chronic bronchitis. So the other risk factors of chronic bronchitis is, first of all, the primary cause is smoking. Primary cause. Second, sulfur dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide. Dust, silica, and family history. And genetic predisposition. And also cystic fibrosis can also lead to chronic bronchitis. That's it. Alright, so the diagnosis of chronic bronchitis is based on the clinical feature, especially coughing of lot of mucus. Do you know, but why does this happen? Well, for that, need to see the normal airway structure. As you can see, the lumen, the globlet cell, cilia, epithelium. Epithelium is lined by ciliated pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium, and basement membrane, loose connective tissue. Basement membrane and loose connective tissue together called lamina propria. And this epithelium and lamina propria together forms mucosa. And smooth muscle, connective tissue, these two together forms submucosa. And in connective tissue, as you can see, there is a mucus secreting gland. This is a gland. The majority of the mucus is secreted by this gland. And also cartilage, which is present in bronchi. Okay, so let's move on to the pathophysiology of the chronic bronchitis. The people who usually smoke will expose to the irritants and chemicals. Exposed to irritants and chemicals. chemicals. These results in the hyperplasia or hypertrophy of mucus secreting gland and goblet cell. Hyperplasia. Hyperplasia and hypertrophy. Trophy of mucus secreting gland. Mucus secreting gland and goblet cell. Due to the hyperplasia and the hypertrophy of mucus secreting gland and goblet cell, there is an increase in the production of mucus that causes obstruction of airways. The smoking make this condition worse by shortening of cilia. As you see in this picture, you can see the cilia. The cilia is get shortened and makes the cilia immobile. Due to the immobility of the cilia, the mucus cannot move out. As a result, the person with chronic bronchitis end up with depending on coughing to get rid of this mucus plug. Okay, next we will see the signs and symptoms of chronic bronchitis. The signs and symptoms includes wheezing. Wheezing is caused due to the narrowing of airways due to the mucus plug, and crackle. This crackling sound or rails is due to the opening of the small airways. And dyspnea means the difficulty in breathing. And this is a late feature. This is a late feature of chronic bronchitis. And fever, tightness in chest. And the people with chronic bronchitis presents with hypoxemia. Hypoxemia means low O2 in blood. Low O2 in blood. And hypercapnia. Hypercapnia means increased CO2 in blood. This is because the mucus plug in airways block the airflow, which results in the increase in CO2 in lungs and decrease the O2 in lungs. This results in trapping of CO2 in lungs and decrease the outflow of CO2 from the bloodstream. That causes the trapping of CO2 that causes respiratory acidosis. Due to this respiratory acidosis, causes cyanosis. The person causes cyanosis. Do you know what is cyanosis? Cyanosis means it's a bluish discoloration of skin or mucous membrane. This is why in chronic bronchitis, the patient sometimes refers to blue blotters. Okay, so let's see how the hypoxemia means decreased PO2 causes the changes in lungs and in heart. Let's see a small flow chart. Decreased PO2 causes vasoconstriction. This vasoconstriction is due to the air with low gas exchange. The blood vessel undergoes vasoconstriction and the shunt moves to the area where the better exchange. This is happening if it is localized. But in case the large portion of the lungs are not exchanging the oxygen, a large portion of the lungs start to vasoconstrict, and that results in pulmonary vascular resistance. To compensate this vascular resistance, the body develop pulmonary hypertension. Pulmonary hypertension. And due to this pulmonary hypertension, the right ventricle of the heart, the right heart needs to work more hard to pump blood. Over time, the right sided get enlarged and leads to right sided failure. Right sided failure. And that is called as cor pulmonale. Okay, so let's see what are let's see the comparison of signs and symptoms of emphysema with chronic bronchitis. First of all, pH. In emphysema, pH is normal. pH is normal or it can be increased. But in chronic bronchitis, pH is decreased due to respiratory acidosis, means increased CO2. And in emphysema, partial carbon dioxide is normal or decreased. In chronic bronchitis, the CO2 is increased. But in both cases, the partial oxygen is decreased. Cyanosis is absent in emphysema. But present in chronic bronchitis. In emphysema, hypoxemia is a late feature. It's a late feature. But in chronic bronchitis, hypoxemia is the early feature. And dyspnea. In emphysema, it is early. And in chronic bronchitis, it is late. In emphysema, the person appearance is pink puffer. We'll call it pink puffer. But in chronic bronchitis, as we see just above, blue blotter. Okay. So let's see the diagnosis of chronic bronchitis. The diagnosis of chronic bronchitis are as follows. First of all, productive cough. With sputum for at least 3 months in 2 consecutive years. And next, chest X-ray. And pulmonary function test, PFT. In pulmonary function test, we can see the forced expiratory volume 1 is got decreased. You know what is forced expiratory volume? It means the first second of air breath out followed by the forceful inspiration, that is forced respiratory volume. And the forced vital capacity is decreased. The forced vital capacity means the maximum amount of air out after a forceful inspiration, that is forced vital capacity, that is also decreased. And the ratio of forced expiratory volume 1 by forced vital capacity is decreased. The ratio is less than 70%. And the normal FEV 1 by FVC ratio is 70 to 80%. This is a normal ratio. And let's see the complication of chronic bronchitis. Complications are pulmonary arterial hypertension, squamous metaplasia, squamous metaplasia is due to smoking. The ciliated epithelium is converted to squamous. Ciliated epithelium is converted to squamous epithelium. And next complication is cor pulmonale. This is a long-standing complication of pulmonary hypertension. And let's see the treatment of chronic bronchitis. First of all, supplement oxygen. Supplemental oxygen and medication. Medications are bronchodilators. Dilators like beta-2 stimulators, salbutamol, etc. And next, inhalational steroids. Inhalational steroid. Next, antibiotic. Antibiotics to control the secondary infection, and also cessation of smoking. Okay, that's about treatment. So friends, that's all for today. Until we see next time, bye.